Hey, hello everybody. This is Coach Rod doing the review of the week. Review of week 4, which was yesterday was the 31st of January. I'm recording this on Tuesday night late, which is February 1, Groundhog Day, I guess. And remember, yesterday we were talking about, did you hear the forecast for Wednesday? So I want to review that a little bit. But this is the review of this week. And here's a little chart that says, wow, we may get 12 to 18 inches. There's Lafayette. I know a lot of places are closing now. Weather forecasts are not perfect, but there's enough people taking this serious that I don't feel bad about moving our class from Crichton 1011 to Rod's virtual classroom. That's really what we did. We didn't cancel class. We just put it elsewhere. A little more reading, a little more watching videos for you. But then you can do that from the comfort of your home, apartment, or dorm room, hopefully. I've lived long enough that these storms, and I'll show you, they don't scare me at all. It's just that if people aren't used to them, then things can go bad. Here's another one. It's the temperature forecast, and I want you to hone in on 15 below zero on Friday. Okay, I fear for you a little bit. Remember how I think I've said in certain classes that I think of you as all my kids, and I don't want my kids to be out when it's 15 below, and of course I'm not sure what the wind is. This is the temperature on the barn wall. So, be careful, guys. We can still learn a lot virtually, which is what we're doing here. And then, of course, I'll have to say that I've lived long enough, and from up in the Northland, that none of this stuff scares me. I'm prepared for it. And so look at this view. I lived in Fargo, North Dakota during a time of one of the most severe blizzards ever. Look at this car. And this drift over here is a little higher than that roof. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's amazing. I've had that happen to my car. Not good. And then, of course, when the snow gets so thick, it gets so thick and deep, you can't push it. You can't push snow that's higher than like a vehicle, like in this case, this truck. So what you have to do is use a snow blower like this guy is using, and you're blowing the snow away from the roadway. That might be a road he's under, probably. These little guides tell him where he's at. And you've seen neighbors, or maybe you have a snowblower of yourself. It's like a motor running an auger system, and then the snow goes into an auger system and blows away. Well, there's the blowing system. The auger is deep in the snow. And what's what's the power behind the blower? It's here. The whole back of the truck is a motor that's dedicated with shafts to blow the snow. Yeah, seen it, been there, done that. Boring. And finally, if your car gets stuck on the side of the road, or it's parked on the side of the road, here is a car. Here's the antenna. This is the left side of the car. This is the front wheel well. I'm going to say it's like a Chevy Impala, because there's the decal that says what it is. That just the contour of the car looks like it's a Chevy Impala. Totally buried. When you live up in the Northland and you park on the side of the road, which they always try to tell you, get your cars out of there. But if you can't, if you're out of town, if you're sick, your car gets covered over by this snow. And that's what this person is trying to get their car out of the snow. Hey, so now I want to concentrate on the material for the rest of this week that we didn't do on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. Remember, I'm doing this late Tuesday night. But I've put this material up, and so when you get there, view this video. It's about endocrinology, really the study of hormones. It's a video made by somebody else. Thought it was really well done. Then there's 3 reading clicks. Then there are these videos that I have done that you click there and it'll take you to basically endocrinology. And then as soon as I get this wrap-up video made, this link will become active. It can't be active now because I'm working on it. And so I want to tell you for Monday, we'll have a real quiz. No neighbors will help you. No computer will help you. And it'll be on the cardiovascular system. Now, remember what we did yesterday in class? We had a great presentation by Gracie for the Show and Tell and Learn. And then we answered questions about vaccinations. I know I showed you that one website and sarcomas. And then we had this exercise where we had to draw the pipes into the cardiovascular system, how blood goes from the heart to the adrenal gland and then back again. And, it took some discussion. People were talking. That's better because, remember, this whole semester my philosophy is the learner should be active. I will never pass out PowerPoint slides that you look at and squint at because they're so small. The only person that ever gains anything from PowerPoint slides that are printed is the person that constructed them. If you receive those, that's actually, think of it as a detriment to your learning. I'm a firm believer in that. Don't give me something that's organized by somebody else. Tell me what to do, tell me what to organize, and then let me organize it. So my brain goes through the process. Sorry, but PowerPoint slides handed to you are to your detriment. Anyway, the quiz will be on the cardiovascular system. Different questions, maybe drawing, but other things. So make sure in the reading and all the cardiovascular links and the videos that you go through them, can you answer questions like, when blood leaves the left ventricle, what major blood vessel does it enter? Okay, So this would be good. Now, finally, I want to talk about some points because people are wondering about where are my points? What am I doing? We have these different quizzes, different segments of things. And now I want to talk about points that will appear on Brightspace. That will be part of your, or all of your letter grade determination, I guess, really. So there's all your points are going to be on Brightspace, and it's going to be listed as quiz 1 through 10. Quiz 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all going to be 100 points. I should state right now that quiz 10 is going to be all the show and tell and learns. So after you've done your show and tell and learn, your points up to 100 will show there. And the only person that relates to now is Gracie. If Gracie, as soon as I enter this, she'll have her score on quiz 10, because that's going to be the show and tell and learn quiz. And then everybody else will have a score in the quiz 1 spot, because now all those class things that you've done and you take copies of them, if you've been here interacting, you'll get your full credit for those. But remember, Monday's quiz is about cardiovascular. Now that starts something different. No open computers, no neighbors helping you, but it's been good so far. So shortly after you see this in Brightspace, your scores in quiz 1 should be 100 if you've been there. Then quiz 10 is the show and tell and learn, and that may not show up for a while. And then as we go on, the quizzes will be determined, the points. So it's not like one document makes quiz 2, for example. So the quiz on Monday will be, let's say it's quiz 2A, but then there's also going to be a quiz 2B that we might do Wednesday of the February 9th. And if you do it and then you're there, it adds to your score that you got for quiz 2A, and that'll show up. That way, it's a little easier bookkeeping. You keep track of all your documents by photographing them. If somebody takes the cardiovascular quiz, you can photograph your score. I'll bring those in class. And so we'll just keep on going, and there should be no mysteries. So then the bottom line is, okay, let's see, got to get this going here. We'll have 10 quizzes, each 100 points. That means 1,000 points for the semester. And if you look at the syllabus, that's what it says. We'll have 1,000 points, and there's a breakdown of A+, A-, B+, C+, whatever, and we'll keep going. But of course, in class, you can always ask me questions, because, I may not explain things perfectly, but ask me, and we'll keep telling everybody how this progresses. Thanks a lot, and be safe out there in that snow, 12 to 18 inches, that's something else. And then minus 15 below on Friday, that seems dangerous. Don't go wandering off by yourself. Always tell somebody where you're going, so a rescue can be had. That's what I always want to point out. If I know you're going from point A to point B, and you leave at 9 o'clock in the evening at point A, and you're not there at a certain time by point B, then I do what's called a rescue. I'm really good at rescues, by the way. rescue people out of ditches, rescue people that are lost, but be safe. Tell everybody where you're going, what you're doing. It's a dangerous time, especially if you've never experienced this before. To me, I've experienced this many times in my life, but it can be dangerous. Oh, one last thing. I'm glad I thought about this. Listen carefully. There's going to be a lot of snow, supposedly, a lot of cold. Let's do a little contest. Send me your best picture of something about the snow, something about the cold, something about animals in the snow, animals in the cold. And I, for the ANSC 106 class, will pick out the best photo I got and award that person a $25 gift card for Panera Bread. It's down in the Levy Plaza there. I think there's one in Lafayette too. You'll get a $25 gift card that you can use for soup, bread, sandwiches, coffee. I like their hazelnut coffee, by the way. Anyway, let's do that. So here's a contest. I'm glad I thought of this at the end here. A photo that captures the craziness of the snow, the craziness of animals in the snow, the craziness of your friends in the snow, or cold, whatever, but be safe. Send me the photos, but make sure you say ANSI 106 with them. And I will look at all of them. And after it's all over, I'll go, this is the best one I saw. And person X gets a $25 gift card from Panera Bread. That'll be fun. You know, let's enjoy it, but just be careful. See you guys later. I guess I will see you on, I'm looking at the calendar now, February 7th in class in Crichton Hall, although this is class right now, but it's class in Rod's virtual classroom. Okay, be good.